I always asked a lot of questions, and when I was in school, sometimes it would tell me to stop asking so many questions, that that's just the way that it is, and that we shouldn't question anymore. But if we can't even question the world around us, then you will end up not even questioning yourself. Questioning what it is that you want from life, who you are, why you're living your life the way that you are, or why you've made any of the decisions that you even have. If you can't take the time to question what you're doing, then you're just acting on impulse. And acting on impulse means that you're not thinking things through thoroughly. You're not thinking about it deeply. You're just acting in the moment. Just in the moment. And not logically thinking about what you're doing with your life. Or logically thinking about the direction you're going. The path that you've made in life to get to where you are. The choices that you've made. The people that you've chose to interact with. The friendships and relationships that you have. If you don't question anything, and you have to go through your entire life just accepting things as they are, just because that's the way it is, then that's going to reflect on your life. Who you are deep down, your relationships, your friendships, and the people around you. I've talked about this before, of surrounding yourself with people that are just a negative influence, or surrounding yourself with people that just want to talk to you when they need something, or talk to you because you give them validation or attention, not because they really value you as a friend or a person. They might end up being one of those people that never questions anything. Maybe they were told their entire life not to question anything, to just accept things as they are. But what can you learn if you don't question anything? I mean, there's a difference between a type of learning which is just remembering a lot of information, writing it down, versus critical thinking and thinking about why things are, how they got to be that way, why the information is that way, why things aren't different. If you can't question it, then why would you accept it in the first place? Sometimes there might be things that might be complicated, that take a lot to think about, such as if you were to, say, learn something about the universe and science and all the scientific and mathematical equations that are there to understand the world around you or how things work. But if you can't understand things and question things on a very basic level, then the very basic fundamentals of the foundation that makes up all these other more complicated things can be diluted and falsified, in that you will just believe anything because people tell you without questioning it. And I often always questioned everything as a kid, and now even to this day I question everything around me. I'm always wanting to learn more, to think about things, and I would much rather have the time to think about things and have less friends than be surrounded by people that just agree with me, or just surround myself with people for attention or validation, or surround myself with people that don't want to question me or question the world around them. And often I see that people don't want to engage in a conversation with somebody if that person has differing views than what they have. So then you can't really learn much of anything if the only people you talk to mirror exactly what you are. It will be like talking to your own reflection in the mirror. If you don't experience anything or question anything or do anything different or anything new, you don't have any new experiences, you don't have any new information or anything to gather from to question anything. So, yeah, in school I would always ask a lot of questions about, why is it this way, and why did that happen? How did that happen? Or I always wanted more information about it. I didn't just accept things how they are, or just accept it because that's what I was told. I always wanted to know more of the details and to know more about it. But yeah, I think that's one of the issues I see happening a lot, is that people don't want to really have a conversation much anymore, unless it's very basic things such as small talk. I much prefer deep conversations or things that are meaningful than just spending my time on small talk or talking about things that aren't really of any substance that's engaging or makes me think. I'd rather spend that time talking to fewer people that I can actually have deep conversations with, or just spending time alone, thinking about everything and learning more about myself and the world around me doing that. But that's just my thoughts on it, and I think that you don't have to be very smart or intelligent. I mean, there's all different ways to gauge what intelligence would be. I mean, you can be very intelligent. You can remember a lot of information. You could have the ability to, read an entire book and write down most of the information that you read in it. But if you can't question any of it, if you can't ask why things are that way, or why things worked out like that, why does it work this way, why didn't it work out that way, then all the information is being repeated and rewritten over and over, whatever it is that you're learning. So if you don't question anything, it's not going to matter as much what your intelligence is, because let's say you're very, very intelligent, but you don't create anything new, you don't do anything different. The intelligence is just wasted. You're not using it on anything that can be useful or anything new. You're just taking what's already there and repeating it. Whereas someone that might not be as intelligent, they might make something new, question things. So I think that the most important thing that I could draw from this is that you should question things around you and yourself and of your life, rather than just accepting things as they are. And I think that'll benefit you a lot in life, so that you don't end up in situations that are not going to be good for you short term or long term. So just start questioning things and thinking more about what you're doing, rather than just living in the moment and living emotionally rather than living logically and thinking about things. And live thinking deeply about stuff, thinking long term and thinking back on things, rather than just thinking of things as instant gratification in the moment, rather than thinking of the long-term goals or any of the other ideas that you have that you want to be in life, or the choices that you've made and the path that you're on right now. Start questioning what it is that you value, what's important to you. Start questioning why things are how they are, and then you can start making those steps to understanding yourself more. And the more you understand yourself, the more that you understand what's within you, the more you can understand. And the more that you can grasp what's going on out there, really. But to sum it up, the more you understand of yourself within, the more you can understand of the world around you.